Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to particularly thank you for convening this important hearing today in terms of something that for the West is of critical importance, since it is the lifeblood of our communities, and that's our ability to be able to store water. And I would like to be able to submit for the record a letter that I received from the Grand Mesa Water Conservancy District in Cedar Ridge, Colorado, that actually speaks to some of the issues that the ranking member had talked about in terms of being able to work with existing structures.
Without objection.
I would like to note in particular on this letter that they do point out that it's been bureaucratic interference out of Washington, D.C. that is driving up costs, slowing up projects with a limited amount of time to be able to actually rehabilitate some of these reservoirs. And in this one particular case, we're putting at risk better than 3,800 acre-feet of water storage, and it's being lost mainly due to the cost of repairs that are being driven by the bureaucracy that simply make no sense. So I thank you for submission of that. Mr. Chairman, water storage is the precursor for multiple use water management in arid regions such as the 3rd Congressional District of Colorado that I represent. Achieving approved water storage meeting growing populations is met not only by best management practices, but also by the development of new water infrastructure. Prudent water storage can help aid agriculture, residential use, hydropower production, and environmental protection. The natural cycle of rivers in the West is one of boom and bust, surplus and drought. But with proper water storage, economic cycles do not have to be boom and bust. Recreational opportunities can be reliably provided, and water can be allocated where it is best needed to meet environmental species protection goals and support our farm and ranch communities. As such, there is no need to see water storage as a partisan issue, or one that divides the interests of water users, but as the means by which the greatest good for the greatest number of water users can be met. It is my hope that today's hearing will be a productive step in highlighting some of the shortcomings of the existing water storage regulatory framework and how it can be streamlined to better support jobs and communities that depend on the availability of water. Again, Mr. Chairman, thank you for conducting this hearing.